Hi YouTube, this video is for Naturallynewme. I'm going to show how to make my bees. If I had thought of this out just a little bit bigger, a little bit better, I would have did one of the molds for the speckled bee and one of the molds for the two-tone bee. But I didn't think that far ahead because I just started thinking I'm just going to make the two-tone bees first. And so I used the one bee mold that I have for it. But in this mold, as you can see, I have my cinnamon, camellia kissy oil. There's my camellia kissy oil, cinnamon, and my natural avocado cucumber glycerin opaque soap. This has been sitting for about 5 minutes. And I can touch it. The middle is just about hard, so I can proceed with the next part. As long as it's pretty much set up to the touch, I can go ahead and pour the next part. So in this, I have about 13 or 14 cubes of opaque avocado glycerin. It shows kind of green because of the avocado and the cucumber. I'm going to put that in the microwave for about 20 seconds, check it, and stir it. You have to microwave it in like 20 or 30-second bursts, because if you don't, it's just going to boil over, which I already had that incident happen. While that is going, I'm going to take my coconut milk. This is about 1.5 tablespoons, and I did not use a measuring spoon. I just used a teaspoon. I'm sorry, 1.5 teaspoons. 1 teaspoon and 1/2 teaspoon. And I'm going to mix that with warm water. I'm going to check this. I'm going to put that back in for 40 seconds because it hasn't done anything. So, while my bees' crunks are setting, in this I'm going to add some water. This is warm water. I'm just going to add enough to crush down these big pieces until it starts to smell like, of all things, coconut milk. So I'll move my hand so you can see. I'm not a professional at this. You know, these are my own little personal soaps. I'm not sure yet. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to sell them. I'm just going to give them as, gifts to friends and family. But for those of you who really feel like you need one, I may consider selling you a few of them, depending on what my supplies are looking like. I'm going to need more water. And another 30 seconds on that. A little bit more water here. Until all the coconut powder dissolves. And I don't want to add too much in conjunction to what I have in the microwave. In the big glass. There. And try and get those down. And that's the microwave again. This usually isn't that time consuming for me, but it is what it is. And I don't want lumps of coconut milk, which is why I'm trying to be completely thorough with this. No, I'm not using a spatula because it's not that intricate for me. I can pretty much just smash it down inside here. Add a little bit more water. And the warm water helps it to dissipate anyway, so. I started with a cup of water. I am a little below 2/3 of a cup, so. This is not my direct measurings here. Check my soap. It is good. And melted. It is hot though, so I'm going to let it sit for a little bit. To this I'm going to add about 6 pumps of camellia kissy oil, and I'm going to stir into the coconut milk. Why the camellia kissy oil? Because it adds moisturizing properties to the skin and hair. And doesn't necessarily have a smell per se, so I'm not going to say it has a smell. So you know the addition of this coconut milk is going to add extra lather to the soap. Such is coconuts. Maybe one more pump, 1 or 2. And stir that up. Now, once I get that all nice and smooth, I don't see any lumps in my coconut milk, so I've done a good job with the spoon. See, told you it wasn't that intricate. I'm going to pour this into the soap. Right here, which is very hot, and stir. I'm also going to be adding to this soap fragrance of lavender. You usually need a lot. I'm not big on using a lot of lavender fragrance. And it's going to seem like a lot, but it really isn't. Given the amount of, you know, soap I have here. About that. Bottle's empty. Okay. So, you stir that up. I smell lavender. I'm going to pour in a little bit of Absolute Tulip to that. And these are not heavy fragrances I'm going for here. I just want a little bit to, you know, make it smell good. There's my coconut milk out of there. And now I can do my bees. So I'll move my water out the way, this bowl out the way, and put this back down so I can pour the bees. So once that's set, this is where your alcohol comes in. The rubbing alcohol. In here I have vodka, citrus orange vodka, and 70% isopropyl alcohol. I know it says Dove Go Fresh, but it isn't Dove Go Fresh. Alright, so I'm going to spray the insides of the molds. I'm going to try and get all the corners so that it sticks to the new additive. Otherwise you end up with a seal that's inconsistent and could come apart. That there. And we pour the mold. And I'm going to go back with that spray, the very same spray, and I am going to spray it again. And get the air bubbles out. From the pouring process. I try and want these even. I don't want them to spill over, which I think I've overfilled one of the molds, but it's okay. I can still get it out. Okay, so you take the spray bottle and get rid of the bubbles. They dissipate immediately. There. And those get to sit. I hope you saw that. So I'll show you these when I go to do the speckled bees, which are a little bit easier to do because they're not 2-part or 2 steps. So I will return when I do the speckled bees.